Okay, so before I get into this whole business stuff today, I gotta tell you something. I gotta come clean about how this whole YouTube journey actually started, because it did not start the way you might think. It was not some genius plan. It was not some carefully thought out content strategy. Nope, it was just me asking ChatGPT how to make money fast, how to make $1 million. Yep, I typed it in. So yeah, that's where we're starting today, and stick with me. It gets better and weirder. And guess what? There is a zebra involved. Just trust me. So here I am, almost 50 years old, full-time job, 4 kids, and I've got this itch to do something on YouTube. I want to build something. I want to create something. But I had no idea where to start. So I did what a lot of people do. I went to ChatGPT. I typed something along the lines of, how do I make $1 million on YouTube fast? So dumb, I know. and ChatGPT, in all of its wisdom, it told me to make creepy and scary AI shorts using Sora, because Sora was kind of the new thing at the time. AI generated content, that was their answer. Now listen, I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought, okay, let me try it. So I came up with this little series: mermaids, sirens, creepy underwater characters. I put real effort into these things, made big scripts, cool little stories. I thought it was pretty epic looking. But the views, 15, maybe 100 if I was lucky. And this is on shorts, on a good day. You gotta get millions and millions of views to even make anything on that. I'm talking crickets. Complete crickets. My own family wasn't even watching it. It was bad. It was really bad. So I scrapped that creepy mermaid series, may it rest in peace, and I decided to try something a little, different, something more fun. I started making AI videos of gigantic food, like huge, like hot dogs the size of a car, a lobster bigger than a horse, just completely ridiculous, over the top food, AI generated food content. And honestly, people started watching it. It wasn't going viral, anything crazy, but the numbers were moving. People thought it was funny. People were entertained. And I was having a lot of fun doing it. Raining out. It's pretty cool. Didn't really have enough time. I've been so busy, with this freaking rain everywhere, mowing, freaking busy. And then I made this video cooking different animals, heads and legs of exotic animals, lions and bears, monkeys, King Kong. And then I did a video of cooking a zebra leg. I didn't take the fur off or anything. I just made it look ridiculous as I could. And I don't know why. It felt like the right call. Giant AI zebra leg being cooked. That's the video. And right now, as of today, it's at 998,000 views on TikTok. Almost 1 million views on TikTok. Isn't that crazy? 1 million views of a fake AI zebra leg being cooked? I still laugh about that, because out of everything, the carefully planned content, the series, all of it, the stupid zebra leg is what popped off. I mean, I threw it on there like in 10 seconds. I just typed in cook a zebra leg on Sora, and bam, that was the whole entire video. And here's the thing, and I want to be honest with you about this, because I think a lot of people don't talk about it enough. Almost 1 million views on TikTok sounds amazing, and it was exciting. There's lots of comments, but I'm not gonna lie, I was pumped. But the views don't automatically mean, you're gonna make money. No, not even close. To get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours for long form content, or 10 million, yes, million views on shorts. And I was nowhere near those numbers, not even in the same zip code. I mean, TikTok, you gotta be, I don't know, 5,000 followers. I don't, maybe 10,000, I don't know. But it wasn't anything. I mean, content, it's cool to get that many views, but like, if you look through the comments, everybody's like, this is AI, you're stupid, AI sucks, get a life, loser, you know. So it's like, it's not like those people are gonna like worship all your other videos. They're just, it's just a stupid video to get shock factor. You're not even getting real honest opinions on things. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so the giant food thing, yeah, that was pretty fun. The zebra leg moment, that was wild. But I wasn't building towards anything sustainable yet. I was just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what stuck. So I decided to try something a little different. I mean, sort of different. We're still talking AI, Sora, and crap like that. But this time I thought, hey, maybe I could try some like cool stand-up shorts, you know, write some funny jokes, you know, old stuff my dad used to tell me when I was a kid, or I just typed in like, you know, make some Mitch Hedberg type jokes. And people were laughing, and the engagement was decent, but still falling short what I needed to be monetized. Not enough to cross that finish line. I don't know if I'm ever going to get it. So at this point, I've tried scary AI content, giant food, zebra leg, giraffes, lions, tigers, bears, oh my, and the AI stand-up comedy. In what world is that content strategy? Mine, apparently. But here's the thing. I don't regret any of it, because every single one of those experiments taught me something about what works, what doesn't, and what's fun to make, what burns you out. And that's not failure, that's research. So I did what a lot of people would do when they feel stuck. I went down the YouTube guru rabbit hole. I'm talking hours watching every YouTube growth expert, every content strategy video, every how I made my first 10,000 subscribers breakdown I could find. And look, I'll be honest, some of it is just noise, and some of those guys, they're selling you a dream. But some of it was actually genuinely useful. I did learn things about consistency, about niches, about thumbnails, titles, and how the algorithm actually works, and why some content travels and some content dies on arrival. And I'm going to start implementing those strategies going forward with this channel. This channel right here. This is a new direction. Is it going to be easy? No. Because here's the other honest truth. I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert. I'm not naturally a camera guy. Standing in front of a lens and talking feels uncomfortable to me. I mean, you can probably tell right now. It doesn't come naturally. No. I'm not one of those people who just lights up on camera and makes it look effortless. But I also know the only way to get better at something is to do it over and over and over. Even when it's uncomfortable, even when you watch it back and cringe a little, you just gotta keep going. So, here is where I'm at, and here's where the channel's going. The AI content, yeah, that was fun. And I learned a lot from it. But this, talking to you, being real, documenting a journey of these two businesses I'm building, it feels like something people can actually connect with. And here's the thing that excites me. I don't think AdSense is the only way to monetize with this. With the lawn care company and the party rental business, I've got two real businesses that I can potentially build an audience around. brand deals, local sponsorships, partnerships. There are more ways to make this work than just waiting to hit some view threshold. No, I don't have it all figured out yet, and I want to be straight with you about that. But I've got a direction now. I've got a plan. And I've got a lot of content coming. Because between 2 businesses, 4 kids, and a full-time job, and almost being 50, trust me, there's no shortage of material. And I'm gonna let you know a little secret. I might be adding another one, another 3rd business, but I'm not going to talk about that just yet. I'm going to keep that on the back burner. Stay tuned for a few more videos before that one gets released. So that's the journey so far. Creepy mermaids that no one watched, giant food that was actually really fun, the zebra leg that almost broke TikTok, AI stand-up comedy, and a whole lot of YouTube guru videos, and now this. So if you're on your own journey and it feels like nothing's working, I see you. I see you. Keep going. Keep experimenting. Keep pivoting when nothing's working. The zebra leg taught me that you genuinely never know what's going to connect with people. You just have to keep putting stuff out there, no matter what. I mean, the giraffe neck. You should see that one. Oh God, it's so silly. That one has over 550,000 views on Threads, of all places. I don't understand that place. But anyway, if you want to follow along, the businesses, the YouTube journey, all the chaos in between, subscribe and come along for the ride. I promise it's going to be entertaining at the very least. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the weirdest piece of content that you've ever seen that actually worked? I want to know. And if you've got advice for an introvert that's trying to get comfortable on camera, please drop that in the comments too, because, you know, I need all the help I can get. All right, let's go. See you on the next one.